All right, guys, we're going to be reacting to JC's. The next 4 months is going to be rough. Let me turn up this quality, make sure it's full, and let's get into it.
In June of 2016. That means DBD has been DVD released in June of 2016. That means DBD has been going on now for 9 years. Now, games that are supported for 9 years are usually supported for that length of time.
Bro, it's so depressing when I think about how long I've been playing DBD. Like, okay, I haven't been playing DBD the entire 9 years that it's been out, but I've been playing it for 8 years because it didn't come out on console until a year later, in March. And that's when I started playing it.
For a reason. Mainly, the game has a healthy player base. This is due to great updates and therefore the players enjoy.
By the way, can you guys hear? Can you just, yep.
Coming back to the game, and if the game doesn't have these things, it usually dies pretty quickly. That must mean that DBD has these things. However, if you ask pretty much anyone in the DBD community if they believe that this game has great updates and it's in a great spot, they're going to say
okay,
no.
Oh, that's facts, bro. Look, I don't, oh man, and like the DBD community is a very hard community to like make happy. I feel like it almost feels like no matter what the DBD devs do, like it almost feels like no one will be happy. Like, like we're always getting mad and we're always like complaining about like, you know, these updates that they have and like these nerfs, these changes, the lack of content. But then like when they give us, you know, not nerfs, they give us buffs, they give us more content. Like we just fucking hate them even more than like when they weren't giving us anything. Oh, bro.
It's been this way basically the whole game's
W adaptation of DBD.
Well, so it's not a recent thing. So that begs the question, why hasn't DBD died when basically any other game in the same point would have died? Well, it's simple. It has no competition. There is no game that holds any threat to DBD in the PvP ASIM genre at the moment, and there never has been, with the exception of maybe Friday the 13th.
Bro, Friday the 13th was so fucking peak. Look, DBD hasn't died. Not because like the game is fucking terrible, right? It should die. But the one thing that DBD has that no other game has is the ability to play everyone's favorite horror icons. You have Freddy, Ghostface, Leatherface, Pinhead, Executioner. Like you have all these like prolific killers that people love all in one spot. And you can play them whenever you want. And be able to like almost like I don't know, feel a connection with them, if you will, right? You can't do that in any other game. Every other ASIM, the reason why it dies is because it doesn't have these prolific killers. Now, don't get me wrong, Friday the 13th did really well for a long time. Everyone loves Jason, and to be honest, the gameplay loop was pretty fun, and the proximity chat was even funner. TCM died because I feel like there wasn't like a lot of like variety, and also it took too long to get into matches, and it was very like, I don't know, like unbalanced in a way, right? Because like if survivors really knew what they were doing and they were like experienced, you would go in as killer and survivors would be escaped within like 3 minutes, and you're like, bro, what the fuck just happened? And like they're all like top tier perked out of their mind, running like crazy builds, and like if you're a newer person to the game, you just get dog walked, right? There's nothing you can do. Like there's like no separation between like players, if you will. You could be a level 1 going up against a level like 99. It's fucking crazy. So like everyone hated that and they just dropped the game.
But that died due to a licensing issue. Every other bit of competition has either been outrageously expensive, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Killer Clowns.
Man, like, TCM was $40. I paid $40 for that? I paid $40 for this? Bro, I paid $40 for Killer Clowns. I think I only ever played it once. But I'm going to be honest. The game, like just the gameplay itself for Killer Clowns was so fucking boring, bro. And that's because like Killer Clowns like one of my favorite like cult classic movies, like horror movies, and they just did that shit so bad. I don't know, man. It just wasn't fun.
So much it makes behavior look like a bastion of knowledge. For example, who remembers in TCM when you could stun a family member on a door, then when the animation ended for them being stunned, immediately stun them again, indefinitely stun locking them.
I remember seeing Aaron abuse the fuck out of that, bro.
The devs replied with, don't keep walking into the door.
On behalf of all the community, can you apologize for everything your community is going through with your game? We never heard sorry. I'm not sure what there is that needs to be apologized for. But if you feel that an apology is needed, absolutely, I'll say it. I'm sorry that you're going through things.
Shut the fuck up.
By the way, these are the same morons.
It reminds me of the DVD devs, bro. They're like, oh, there's a game-breaking bug. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to get to you in 17 business days.
Who have a part in making the upcoming Halloween game.
No, 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 no.
So if you think that game's going to be good,
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
when the
Okay, I'm going to be honest. The Halloween game, I feel like, has some potential because they did say in the Halloween game, you're going to be able to fight back against Michael Myers. And also, unlike TCM, like TCM, I feel like they don't really have like a lot of places to go. Michael Myers has like 9 or 10 different fucking movies in which he travels different places, different parts of the town. Like he's not only like really in Haddonfield. Well, I mean, obviously, like he's in Haddonfield, but like the Haddonfield is just a town, right? So like you could put him wherever, bro. Kills people like in fucking hospitals, in actual like neighborhoods, houses, streets, fucking bar, or like I don't know, man.
there's no competition,
Radio station.
the devs stagnate. There's no desire for them to
Like there's so
improve.
many
This
different
is
masks
why
that they
we're
can
dead.
make,
There's no
and he has so
threat
many
of
different
being
masks.
dethroned. This has been historically pretty bad for Dead by
And
Daylight.
weapons.
However, say what you want about Dead by Daylight, what you can't deny is how great it is at pulling in licensed IPs and the new original content that they make, and more importantly, the price for that content. While their competition is charging you £8.50 for a new character nobody's fucking heard of or cares about, you can get a licensed character which is fully voice acted by the original person for less than half the price in Dead by Daylight. This basically distracted everyone from the sad state of the game. This was until recently, that is, with the main catalyst being the Walking Dead update. This is because it was yet another patch which was borderline unplayable from how broken it was. Then we had the dumpster fire of a live stream where they decided to cancel it because they couldn't finish the
Talk about generational embarrassment, bro. You have a grade A superstar playing your video game and you let bro get hacked. I mean, like, not him, but like you let the game that he's playing in get hacked and them not even be able to play the entire time he's there. He's wasting his time.
This was the
playing this game for y'all.
A series of disasters so insane, not
can't even play.
behavior could ignore it. We all wanted behavior to slow down the content update
That was a
for
shit
bit,
show.
just to actually fix the game. So behavior listened, but they decided to do it not in the way that we asked. We just wanted the content to, you know, work. Instead, they have delayed future content patches for 4 months so we can have a quality of life initiative for
Add a third bug fix, postpone PTB to early September. That was Krasue. Postpone November chapter content to January. Fuck, bro. So the last thing, right, that we got. Let me just hold on. I might just have to like wrap my slow brain around this, guys. Forgive me. The last thing we are getting for the year is the Krasue chapter. Interesting. We're not getting anything till January. And let's be honest, that January content is most likely going to be a PTB that's going to be probably like in the middle of January or maybe the end of January. And you're not really going to get whatever the killer that is until like early February. Maybe, right? Speculation, I guess you could say. Yeah, that is fucking insane, bro. We have 4 months of just slop. Literal, like the game is already on its final fucking legs. It is so unfun. I played Krasue PTB, was like, okay, this killer is fucking ass, and I was already like teetering on the edge of like stopping to play the game for a while. And then I stopped playing the game for a while, came back because everyone was like, bro, Krasue's so OP now, she's actually good. I tried her, she was still dog shit, still unfun to play. And there's no content to be made in DBD right now. There just isn't. Like, what?
our quality of life initiative.
What the fuck are people supposed to
We made
do?
the decision to move the release of this licensed chapter content from November to January, and to merge it with the mid-chapter release that we have in January.
However, this now has the issue of we don't have our content, which is the only thing that was distracting us from the god-awful balance and keeping this game interesting from patch to patch, so behavior's quality of life needs to be...
You guys see that? Hold on. Wait 1 second. They postponed Krasue to September to have extra polish time on Krasue. So this is what we get with extra polish time.
And keeping this game interesting from patch to patch. So behaviour's quality of life needs to be really great to make up for the fact that we're not getting content.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Paladins.
No.
Now, the recent patch shows that me and Behaviour have very different ideas on what quality of life is. Quality of life is something that improves the gameplay without having a negative effect for one side. For example, automatically recovering on the floor as a survivor. This improves the experience for survivor, and yet as a killer, you will never notice it as a mechanic negatively affecting your gameplay.
I don't know. Is that satire? Am I? I don't know, man. I don't know. Personally, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're gonna notice this in every game, but I will say there are gonna be a lot of instances in which multiple survivors are in one spot, and if you down a survivor and have to go and down another survivor, by the time you go back to the first survivor you downed, they have tenacity and are able to recover while moving. So if you go back for that person, they're going to be gone. And by the time you look around and find them, the minute and a half will most likely already have passed. And you're kind of just screwed. You know what I mean? Like, you basically down 2 people, but you're getting punished for playing efficient, I guess you could say. It's not tenacity. Basically, you're just holding M1. Oh, well, I guess if it's not tenacity, it's not that bad. Yeah, I guess not that bad. You kind of like only get punished for it if like you're like full slugging. All right, that's on me. I'll take that one.
Have improved the gameplay without affecting the balance. Now, I've already done a video on the patch, but it's been out of...
I think the best... I want to like say this real quick. I think the best quality of life change that they added in the past 10 fucking years that the game has been out, or like 8, 9 years, whatever you want to call it, was the Blood Web auto prestige, by the way. I think that is the best fucking thing that they added.
So we've really had time to digest it, and all I can say is the game is just miserable to play. In fact, it's so miserable, I've actually quit out
Give that guy $100
the past 2 streams while trying to play as killer because I just couldn't be
right on the money
with the bullshit. Anywhere you can link either I'm not playing this map, I'm sorry guys.
Bro, got the game.
I'm not doing it. You know, I'm just gonna take that as an omen. That's 4 back-to-back.
Yep.
Stupendously survivor-sided.
This is how all my streams go, bro.
Map is just
you guys are like, play DBD. I get on DBD. I play 1 match. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bored.
Oh.
Bro, not Springwood, bro. Fuck Springwood.
I just want to play killer and not play a stupendously survivor-sided map. Yep. Is that too much to ask? Bear in mind...
Oh my god, wait, I just realized I have not played Springwood with palette density change. Oh my god. Springwood before palette density change was fucking atrocious. That map is unplayable as killer.
I've not done this since. Thinking about it, I can't actually remember the last time I DC'd a match. It's been that long. Both times have had to do with map fatigue, which ties directly into the quality of life. In the last patch, they decided to do a change where they increased the palette density in 10 realms and then called it a quality of life change. Now, in a recent video, I went over it a bit, but it's so much worse than I thought, so we're going to go over it again. See, I mainly play Survivor, but recently I've been enjoying Tuft of Hair Myers, so I've been playing quite a lot of Killer since the patch. If you actually try to play Killer now, it's miserable. All these realms are now you just kicking pallets all game because they've spawned 1 million of them all connecting. And I've seen people saying they're 50-50s. First of all, no the fuck they aren't. A lot of them are safe in that you need to win multiple 50-50s as Killer to get the hit. Second,
but the fact that you have to sit there and play the 50-50 as a killer, causing you to take more time in each chase, is fucking stupid. Especially since every survivor is like running meta shit, which a lot of times is like full gen speed builds. And if you're spending extra time on like bro, like we were already struggling to fucking kill everyone before the palette density, and now you're taking like you're basically increasing the time for chase in every game on every single survivor. So it doesn't even matter if you are an efficient looper anymore, because there are so many pallets in the game. Even if you're running around and just pre-dropping everything, you're wasting the killer's time. So, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do in that situation?
50/50 is only a 50/50 if it's on its own. If a 50/50 connects into Windows,
What is
TLs,
that, bro?
jungle
That's
gyms, and
insane.
other 50/50s, then it's no longer a fucking 50/50 because you have fallbacks onto other tiles. When you have shack palette and window directly connecting into other tiles, you take the shack, which is already one of the strongest tiles in the game, and increase its power.
What am I watching here? Bro, I'm almost positive this is going to be like a long rock, right? You drop pallet, you take 10 steps to this loop. This is another, like, probably like long car here. And you can run into a shack here. And if you're running right, you can jump out of this window and then run to, like, the pallet that he just saw, like, right here to his
because
right.
now you never need to throw shack pallet. You can
Oh
just
my God, you can just run straight out the... Bro, what? You can drop shack pallet and just, like, W key.
back to the 14 fillers that surround
Into the
it.
jungle
Bear in
gym back
mind,
there.
These aren't maps they've changed. No.
Wait, affected realms. Macmillan, Autohaven, Coldwind, Crotus Pen, Haddonfield. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Out of all of these fucking maps, these are the only two realms that needed palette density increases. One, Coldwind. Coldwind is a fucking, like bro, 90% of that map is corn. Nothing else. That map needed more pallets. I will agree on that one. As a survivor, I hate playing that map because there's not a lot you could do. There are very limited resources on the map. Majority of them just being windows, jungle gyms, TNLs. That's all there is. The rest filler. Like, bro, if you play against a Kaneki on Coldwind, you were just always fucking cooked. You were not making it to another structure. And then Haddonfield. Haddonfield is such a strong killer map. Primarily because there's like 2 pallets in the middle of the map, and then the rest is just fucking cars. There's nothing else. There's like one random pallet on like the edge of the map, and then like that's really it. So like that map, okay, I understand. But other than those 2 fucking maps, I don't think any other realm needs more pallets. I felt like every other map is, for the most part, okay, maybe Backwater Swamp, because like a lot of like the middle is filler. Not filler, but a lot of the middle is just fucking swamp. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that one. Ormond, no. Borgo, fuck no. Borgo's already so cluttered. Crotus Pen, I feel like Crotus is perfect. Autohaven's perfect. Macmillan is perfect. Macmillan is already strong for survivors. Well, I guess it kind of like depends like what variation, I guess. The Asylum has been a pain to deal with recently, not gonna lie. Macmillan whole realm is buff, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Macmillan didn't need it. Like, it was already strong. Like, I think there's one that's well, I guess it always like depends on what killer you're playing at the time, right? But the one with the clock tower, that one, if you're playing as like nurse, that one's actually like pretty insane. Or like Freddy's also. At Asylum, I saw 2 pallets within 3 meters. It's not a double pallet. What the fuck? Haddonfield is ass. Haddonfield is ass. Well, it's ass for survivors.
These are realms. 10 realms were changed, which means 28 maps have had this
Holy
change.
shit, bro.
28.
What the fuck? I thought you'd like it.
There are currently 44 maps in rotation, meaning that 64% of the maps have been turned into pallet-rich environments. Even maps that made no sense, like Crotus Pen Asylum, which desperately needed survivor nerfs because how miserable they were to play on, got pallet buffs. On top of this, existing maps that were already borderline unplayable on Killer due to their balance, such as Eyrie of Crows, Springwood, Garden of Joy, and Gideon Meat Pond,
Terrible maps, bro.
Bottom of the barrel, dog shit
Terrible
design,
maps.
remained completely untouched despite community outroar for years. The end result is playing any killer right now is absolutely exhausting, like mind-numbingly exhausting. The killers, there's only about 5 maps left that are actually fun to play on, so you try playing killer and you're just getting back to back to back to back blatantly survivor-sided map. Whoever
Yeah, like the icing on top of the cake too is like now you can't bring map offerings, so you're kind of just fucking cooked, right? So now you're kind of put into a position as killer to either play the best of the best killers with full meta or accept loss every game. Accept the fact that you're going to be at like in an uphill battle every single game playing any other killer. Like if you're not playing fucking, I guess like Krasue, if you guys are saying like Krasue is like still insane, Nurse, Blight, these annoyingly strong killers, If you're not playing them running full meta,
this change needs to be banned.
You gotta be okay with just losing.
Map balance again and forced to do 1v1 ladders on stream every weekend for the next year, because this is actually fucking miserable. I've not been this miserable trying to play killer in my entire life on this game, and I mainly play survivor, so why do I care? Well, this means that every time I play survivor, everyone is just playing the strong killers like Blight, Nurse, Krasser and Gull, because if you don't, you can't compete and there's no gameplay to be had. So survivor is completely miserable to play on because everyone is either camping so they don't need to drop kick 400 pallets, or they're playing killers that basically ignore them, or normally a combination of the two. Nurse. So every single survivor match is playing out identically, and they consider this a quality of life. Where's the quality here, behavior? Survivors aren't having fun unless they're 4-man pre-mates playing like it's a tournament. Killers aren't having fun unless they're playing S-tier killers.
No one's having fun.
Compete and ignore this bullshit. Meanwhile, every solo player or everyone who wants to play a killer that isn't S-tier is not having fun. It's the polar opposite of a quality of life change, because the quality of life is in the toilet for the majority of players. Then the other quality of life change they proposed was punishing killers for killing, which was so bad that it had to be postponed.
Oh my god, bro.
Again,
that shit pissed me off. When they made it to where if you tunnel out a survivor, right? Like if you hook them consistently or like you kill them early on or whatever, the survivors get like a 10 to 15% increase in gen speed. That shit is fucking stupid. I do not know why we are postponing that. And I do not know why we are not just scrapping that entirely. I don't know what survivor main in that whiteboard meeting thought that was a good idea. But that guy should be fired. Let's get that guy a uniform at their local Taco Bell. This shit is not for them. Bro, there's so many situations where like people will force feed themselves to you. And if you do not hit them, if you do not kill them, they will proceed to just troll you. Like if you're chasing someone, they could just stand inside of the doorway. You lose chase on another person and you're forced to down them. And if you just keep downing them, at some point they're just going to fucking bleed out. If they bleed out, everyone else gets a gen speed. If you hook them, you got to kill them. Everyone gets their gen speed. Like, and if you don't, you lose every chase because this guy's just going to be like a fucking wall that keeps getting placed in front of you like you're playing fucking Fortnite and you're getting boxed in. It's so stupid, bro.
And that wasn't a quality of life change behavior. You're just giga buffing survivors.
Yep.
And this is what's very worrying. Because remember, this is what we have to replace content for the next 4 months. This is what behavior consider quality
this
of life.
Is what
where
we
they
call
do massive, wild, sweeping changes
cheeks.
With zero thought as to the repercussions of such changes. The best description I've seen of DBD this patch is whiplash. If the killer is A tier or below, you dumpster them 95% of the time. And if the killer is S tier, you're getting dumpstered 95% of the time. And the experience is so wildly different between the two, it's almost like you're playing a completely different game. I don't really have an end to this video. I just wanted to vent after I crashed out on stream trying to play Dracula after they put 2 massive nerfs on wolf form for literally no reason off the back of non-stop shit map. This game is in
Wait, they nerfed Dracula?
Competition, and it needs it really badly.
Again?
And for the love of God, IP holders, can you stop giving Ilphonic and Gun rights to your games? Give them to literally any other developer or publisher. Jesus Christ, I have more faith Activision will make a better game than Gun and Ilphonic will.
Oh, that's a crazy low bar, bro. Activision hasn't made anything good since 2019. Jesus.
The scariest thing about the Halloween trailer is seeing those 2 names at the end of it. And behavior, I get it, this game is complicated and you clearly have inexperienced players working on core systems for whatever reason. Here's a wild idea for you. You have a consultant program where you consult people about changes internally. You have people like Hens on there who actually know the game on a deep level from tile balance, killer balance, and
I said this
Why
before,
don't you
bro.
use your consultant to consult you on the game. They're there for a reason. They know more about the game than you. Use them. Fucking use them.
That is why I said, guys, I said this months ago, like 6 months ago. I do not understand why we have the fucking Fog Whisperer program if like they don't use them at all. I said this before, and I will say it again. Before they put out the PTB, they should have an alpha or a beta version of that PTB sent out to content creators, or invite the content creators, make them sign an NDA, whatever. They can't talk about it. They can't record it. They can't do anything. They can only have them play the patch before they release it to the public, which is like the PTB, right? The public test bench. And then whatever like makes it past the consultants, right? The content creators or whatever, which, you know, it happens. It'll get to the public test bench. We'll find a bunch of other bugs, and then you'll fix that. And then it'll make it to actual patch. Like if you put 3 filters on something, by the time it actually gets, or like two filters on something, by the time it actually makes it to live, it's gonna be in such a better state than just doing their public test bench. Because like they do their public test bench or whatever the fuck, and then a week later, week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever, they release a killer, and it's like they don't fucking learn anything. They will only like fix the major things, right? Like I don't know, killers like super fucking OP, or maybe they're moving too fast, or maybe like they're just bugged. Like they'll fix those things, right? But they won't fix like a lot of the like perks, the perk synergies. I think when the Krasue shit dropped, people had a fucking like universe-wide tambourine. Like how the fuck is that making it past, bro? If you have content creators know to try various amounts of perk synergies, combos, because that's what they make content on, and they will find those bugs. Devs aren't trying all these like combos because like they're just not creative. They don't care about fucking what this perk and this perk might do like a content creator would. They just like all right, well we're able to load into the game, so I think it's good to go, bro. I think we can just send this one out, put a fucking bow on it. And that's where DBD's fucking up. They're not using their fog whispers. I don't even know why they have the program. They should just fucking scrap it. Honestly, they should scrap the game. I don't care. I said what I did before, bro. Like, give me just DBD2, recode this motherfucker. Bro, I'll pay another $30-$40 for DBD. I'll pay $60 for DBD, like DBD2. I don't care. I'll do it. Nonetheless, WVid, brother. WVid.
He's yapping in the fog, never lost for words. Looping like a legend, though it's all a blur. Content so crisp, even when he's late. Imposter games, chaotic but great. Where's